on Sundays. I get drunk on Saturday nights. Yo, Nick.
Hey, man.
Right, limited for
Okay.
everybody else in what's just going on. So Nick here, LS coaches, is the LS coach. As I said, he's like he coaches a lot of famous people in the past. We've dropped down a Diamond 2, we've got no one else to turn to, so we've turned to LS coach. He's just watched that last game. Admittedly, we got carried, but we're going to hear what he's got to say anyway, because I know I made a lot of mistakes. I want to hear what Nick's got to say. And don't just talk about last game, Nick. If there's anything you do want to say, just say it. And I'm going to be uploading this to YouTube anyway, so you guys can watch back if you've got to go. Just shoot everything you've got. Not just that last game, but everything overall.
How do you want me to show you the video so we can
Just
so
link
you're
it.
able to?
If you could just link it, I could just pull up.
Do you want me to put it on YouTube? I think it would take like a 2-minute upload.
Odd shot. Yeah, anything, man. Anything. Have you got the clips?
Alright, give me 1 sec.
Alright.
I think it only takes like... I mean, the quality's gonna be shit, but...
Oh, it's
great
okay.
internet.
It's alright.
Alright.
So there's nothing... Alright, okay. If there's anything you want to say on top of your head, just let me know, okay?
No, Alright, so, I mean, 2 things that I guess we can just talk about while the upload's happening is, at one point you said that it was your laning phase, right?
Right,
That was
that's
the
right.
issue, but
yeah.
I felt like the biggest mistakes happened with your ultimates and with your roams. I mean, your laning phase had issues levels 1 through 4, like movements and stuff, but that's not something easy to be fixed. Also, the other thing that I have to say is that coaching is not a magical remedy. You would not go to a karate studio, a jiu-jitsu studio, taekwondo, etc., receive 1 lesson from the person and instantaneously be better at your level. Right, because that's why there's varying degrees of you know, black belts and whatever and stuff. Because once you get to the black belt or whatever, it's increasingly harder to improve. And that's something I talk about all the time. That it's easier to go from bronze to diamond 5 than it is to go to diamond 5 to diamond 3.
Right.
And then it's even harder to go from diamond 3. You know, Diamond 1, and the analogy that I use often is like Ragnarok. I don't know if you're familiar with that game, Ragnarok Online.
Right.
It took the XP needed to go from 96 to 97 was the same total XP from 1 to 96.
Oh,
and then
wow.
from 97 to 98, it was 96 to 97. So it keeps like doubling.
Okay.
But anyways, so I have timestamps written down and stuff. The other thing I guess we can talk about briefly is at the very end you went Death Cap over Zanya's. But at that point, you should just go Zanya's, because your AP and your stats, your global gold, etc., you're already so far ahead that the AP differential from Death Cap versus Zanya's is going to be negligible. It's not going to matter, because the enemy team is lacking in items. However, the utility from Zanya's is so powerful, and it can skewer a fight. Because at that point, the only way that they can kill you, the reference that I give a lot is like a zombie in like World War Z. If you equip, you know, 2 handguns, or you equip like a sword and 3 handguns, etc., that's similar to what you were doing, adding on death caps and stuff. If the zombie bites you, it doesn't matter, you're still fucked. So if you turn a corner and there was a zombie there, which is like, you know, you go into a brush and Lee Sin was there, or someone was waiting, and they burst you, it doesn't matter how strong you are, it doesn't matter how big of a punch you pack. Their only chance to come back at that point is by getting a pick, is by someone making a mistake, is by a natural situation occurring, and then you don't have the utility of the defensive stats to kind of resist. So, again, the AP ratios, when you only have Lichbane, you only have the 2 Durons, etc., the bolster from Death Cap is not going to do anything.
Right.
Okay, because your team's going to win at that point anyway. So Zanya's would be the correct item in that case.
And then what, Death Cap third, or when do I go Death Cap over Void Stuff? What would I go for? Void Stuff first?
If Ari has Abyssal Scepter and Lee Sin is going Solari, you can probably go Void Staff in that case. If Ari is circumventing Abyssal Scepter, then Abyssal Scepter is going to give you more raw damage output against Riven, Ari, and their enemy ADC. Just because of the numbers.
So if they've got no MR, just go for a Death Cap. If they've got MR, go for the Void Stuff third.
No, if they have no MR, go Abyssal. You don't need Death Cap in that scenario. Because you're so far ahead. You don't need it.
Wait, hold up. Abyssal, like a really defensive item.
Abyssal Scepter.
Right.
Well, it's not defensive. If the target has between 60 to 65 magic resistance, Abyssal is going to end up dealing more for you. Well, not exactly more for you.
Abyssal gives you Magic Pen, right?
Gives you the 20 flat Magic Pen. So if they have between 60
I'm
and
just
65...
saying, I'm just going to be honest, I've never built Abyssal on TF, like, ever.
No, but okay, but if I told you that it dealt more damage in some situations than Void Staff, you would build it.
I don't. Hold up, Nick. You have to slow down on me because I'm pretty retarded when it comes to this. Okay.
No, it's okay.
Wait. So when do I go Abyssal on TF? A third item.
When you are alright. So in that situation, you would have had Lichbane, Zanya's, and then you would go Abyssal.
Right.
If they don't have any MR, like across anyone.
So if they've got no
Alright,
MR, go
for
Abyssal.
instance, for instance, Ryze has 30 flat MR the entire game, right? Okay, so if you go Void Staff and you attack a Ryze, you will deal less damage to Ryze than if you have Abyssal Scepter. Because the 35% pen doesn't matter, it doesn't care about that. Does that make sense?
Right, I'm just pulling up both items so I've got an image in my head. Sorry for being retarded.
No, it's fine. I don't care.
It's just because I'm not gonna lie. I just, it's always been a set build on me because, you know what I mean. But hold up, let me just do this. Hold on. Okay, hold on. All right, I'm looking at both items now. All right, so reduce the melee resistance of nearby enemies by 20, and Void Stuff just because they've worded it differently. Okay, so reduce the melee resistance of nearby enemies by 20, and Void Stuff gives you 35% of the target's resistance. All right. Hold up, we got somebody wants to say
Holy
something.
fuck, you are retarded.
Okay.
You don't even know what Abyssal is. Even Faker use it now and then.
No, it's nothing, it's just centralized donated. Ignore him. Okay. Right, so Abyssal is... You get 10 less AP. Right, going Abyssal, but you gain 50 MR, which is really good, right? But,
Correct.
Okay. And 20 MR. Oh, so it's just 20 MR, and the Void Stuff is the percentage, 35% of the target's MR. Right, okay, right. So you go Abyssal over Void Stuff a majority of these times?
No. In specific situations. That's why I'm saying if they didn't have MR. So Riven's not going to have MR. Okay, the animated AD carry is not going to have MR, unless he's running flat MR runes, in which case he's bad anyway. And if Lee Sin's not like going Solari, Abyssal in that situation would give you more damage than Void Staff.
I see what you mean. Okay.
And it gives you more survivability, which is like the
so
original
then, okay,
we were
from now
about.
on, the less MR they've got, I go Abyssal ASAP. Really, right?
If their MR is 60 or 60 to 65, because the difference at that point is negligible,
Okay.
Or under, I would go Abyssal. Yeah, on the targets that you need to hit. Because I think you have to do a comparison. If a target has 200 MR, okay, and you have, you only pen 20 of that via Abyssal. And
I see. And the Void Stuff does 35% overall, which is a lot more. I see. Okay.
Right, and then so Void Staff on a 200 target would pen 70. Okay, Abyssal is gonna pen 20. All right, so that is a pretty big difference. Okay, in terms of damage.
I see.
But if you kill them in a QW rotation, and it takes you 7 QW rotations to kill the tank, versus 5 QW rotations to kill the tank. Yes, the 2 rotations is big, but you can kind of factor that out in some cases when you factor in your teammates. Does that make sense?
I got you, mate. Sorry, I didn't know Abyssal was actually this good, dude. I don't know. I've never really used this item ever. I'm not kidding. Have you ever seen me build Abyssal? I've never built it before.
I don't think I've ever seen you build Abyssal.
Okay.
There's a lot of people that don't build Abyssal Scepter. I'm not telling you.
I had no idea. I just
saying,
presumed in my brain, Void Stuff, the sooner you get it, the better, because you can just one-shot somebody.
You're so thick in the head. Let him speak.
Yeah, well, you'll one-shot some
if
people,
I
but
was
other
Nick,
people
I
you
would
won't.
just
You'll
go
deal less
back
damage.
to...
All I'm saying through this is you have to flex up your itemization. Like,
Right.
When it's 640, hold on. 640 you recalled, you bought Sheen. I think in that situation you don't get Sheen, you get Ionian Boots.
Ionian Boots. Right.
The reasoning behind Ionian Boots is you already went Doran, right? So you went 2 Doran's rings. The AP differential between Doran's ring and Sheen is not that big, right? When you factor in Twisted Fate's ratios, it basically means that your Q or your W deals like 6 or 10 damage more or something at that point. So you want the active on Sheen. But at that point, you're not trying to dual Ari because you have heal, which means that you can't even execute her 1v1 unless you have some sort of a gank.
Right.
Okay, so you want to factor in the Rek'Sai dynamic, Rek'Sai's mobility, or how fast Rek'Sai can get across the map, and you want to snowball, you want to punish Riven for shoving in against Echo like she did numerous times. So through that, you want to go Ionian Boots. Because it gives you more utility. You can throw out the red cards more in lane, you can shove Ari under, you can basically say, hey, you can't kill me, I can't kill you, but I can help my team more than you can help your team.
So all times,
like
would you say a majority of the time it's just rush Ionian Boots? Yeah?
When you can out-blitz your opponent laner, and when your jungler's really mobile.
Right.
Ionian is going to be better. Like, your next step in improving TF, mechanically, you're okay at TF, right? In some cases, you've done stuff that's really good on TF. Your next step in improving is going to be learning to discipline yourself into not following set rules or set patterns for itemization and for, like, beliefs. Like, sometimes throughout the game, you had a preset belief of what you had to do during the lane, or what you should do in that situation, and you're not being flexible enough considering the map, your teammates' movement, and the snowball that you're doing. Which I
Listening
guess
to
goes
LS
back to
makes
something that you
me
talked about at
realize
one
how
point about how
stupid I
when you
am.
get ahead, you get further ahead, or you always win. That comes from a fundamental, I guess, lack of understanding of how to play when even and how to play when behind. Does that make sense?
Right, I understand you. Yeah.
And so the way that you're gonna change that is you watch Twisted Fates that are not yourself, because if you watch Twisted Fates that are not yourself, even if you're better than them, there's something that you can learn from them. Even if it's just one thing, right? If you watch Apto, Faker, EasyHoon, other, European NA mids, etc., they might do something that you think is absolutely retarded, but then one time they might do something that you think is helpful, and if that can go into your play and you can consume it and add it to your play, then you improve. Because at your level of play, the mechanics become less and less important unless you're going to be a mechanical god. Like someone that just, it doesn't matter if you make the wrong decisions, it doesn't matter if you make the wrong map movements, you just consistently obliterate someone mechanically. So unless you're going to do that, then you have to take the alternative route, which is the knowledge base, always outplaying your opponents, which is what Apto was known for early on in his career. He was not known for being a mechanical Leviathan. He was known for the best mind games, the best lane movements, the best map movements. He was known for just, suffocating his opponents and, asphyxiating people. Whereas players like Faker and some other mid laners, they were known for, if you make a mistake, I kill you. My mechanics are so good, I can do stuff that other players can't. Whereas Apto was like, okay, my mechanics are really good, I can't do exactly what you can do.
If you watch
but I
Central,
can put you into a situation that you think is favorable, but it's not favorable. Whether it's like a bait, or he's like, you think I can't roam here, but I can roam here because I understand it more. And so Apto would basically, he'd fucking pick them apart. It's like David versus Goliath or something. And then over time, he became better and better, and that's how he rose to being such a mid lane fucking god.
What do you think about this Magic Pen boots over Ionian boots? When do I go that? Do I always go Ionian boots or what?
I think you always go Ionian because there was, I don't know.
There you go. So try. Sorry, just this one kid is determined Magic Pen boots are better. Go on.
No, okay. I think you always go Ionian boots because Twisted Fate benefits. Some fucking, me and Bishu did this thing where we were trying to figure out how to permanently gold card, right? And then someone determined that it was an internal clock. Then I talked to Mima, a former Korean pro, challenger on the Korean scene, and he stated the reason that some of the Twisted Fate started doing it is because 30% is the largest likelihood of consistently getting gold cards or double carding. 30%
Right, I've
CDR.
heard about this. Yeah.
And also in solo queue, the Magic Pen doesn't fucking matter because you're not always going to be executing someone. Again, it goes back to the Apto versus Faker thing.
Right.
You're not going to, fucking kill someone mechanically every single time. But if you can move around the map, if they have to wonder, is Twisted Fate's ultimate up, is Shen's ultimate up, etc., that becomes problematic. And that's what the Ionian boots is for, because it offers so much more utility and control rather than brute force. And also, the magic penetration on Twisted Fate is basically negligible when you consider the targets that he's going to be hitting and the magic penetration that he's going to get from Rune's Masteries and then the item, Abyssal or Void later. It's basically overkill on the targets that he's supposed to be one-shotting. And then again, on the tanks and stuff, it goes back to, do you execute them in 5 rotations or 7 or 8 rotations? At which point that is negligible as well, because you just want the utility. I mean, if a fucking Darius is on top of you, you don't really care if you kill him in 5 or 7 rotations. All you care about is, can I keep getting my gold card up? You know what I mean? Because if he gets onto you, you're fucking dead. You're like literally the 50 kilogram white boy in prison, and that doesn't matter.
I still going in, by the way, Nick. I'm listening. Just you've opened up my eyes a lot.
Fine.
Also, TF, just overall, just like an overall. You should be playing TF like a support mid-mage, right? Just that's why you get the Ionian boost, is going to help your team. So overall run, just TF, you're going to play it safe in the lane phase. Really acknowledge the jungle, not get behind. As soon as you hit the level 6, snowball another lane, go back to base, go farm, shove, use your ult again for bot lane. That's it, right? Rinse and repeat. I'm not looking to do anything else. Just keep doing that over and over and over again, right?
Yes, but be flexible. don't be. Do you know Bruce Lee's quote? Be like water. Do you know what I mean? It
No.
basically
What is
just don't. Okay, well, if you put water into a cup, right, and the cup is just a normal shaped cup, the water will take the
Write
shape of the
this
cup.
stuff
You
down.
take, water and you pour it into a pot, and the pot has like all lines in it, and it's like it's a squiggly whatever. It takes the shape of the pot. It doesn't care, what it's being put into. So when you go into lane, the only preset mine that you should have against the opposing laner is like, okay, am I up against a Yasuo or a Zed? Okay, I take Exhaust. Am I up against a Karthus or a Xerath? Okay, I either take Teleport or I take Ghost.
Right.
Am I in a lane that I can get the Execute off? Okay, I take Ignite.
Ignite.
But, other than that, you don't really do anything.
Gotcha.
So, Twisted Fate, though, the way that you
Tell
should imagine him, I
LS
don't know
that
if you watched,
Grypex
like,
want his
he's
coaching
basically
after
like
he is done getting you
Did
to
you ever watch,
Challenger,
like, any
Parrot.
animes or, like,
Do
you follow, like, X-Men or, like, anything?
What, the movie? X-Men?
X-Men, anything. Just imagine him as, like, the guy that teleports and blinks everywhere and just throws shit at you. He's not the fucking guy that just comes at you with 100% strength and force and, knocks you out in one hit.
Right.
He's the person that wears you down and hits you from every single angle. That's how Twisted Fates wins games.
And that's why Ghost is so good, right?
Ghost is good in some situations, yeah.
Okay. So...
Yeah, Nightcrawler's a good example. Someone said it in chat, one of your subs.
Yeah. Just gotta keep the grind up then, Nick, and that's it. Is there anything from last game that you... Is there anything obvious that I'm doing wrong that you need to say I need to work on? Anything that jumps around to your... Because a lot of people go, you're bad, but no one's telling me exactly what it is. But I can't believe you've opened up my eyes about this Abyssal. And Hourglass, you've really opened up my eyes, because now I realise it. Going Death Cap second is actually pretty... Like, a game like, what, 50 AP? I mean... Yeah, I see what you mean.
Alright, hold on. Go here. I'm gonna link a YouTube video because the game uploaded. You can just follow my timestamps. I have like 6 timestamps.
Okay, okay, yeah, that's fine. So I'm clicking the link now.
Alright, where do I post it in chat?
No, just post it. Yeah, right click. If you just open chat here, I'll just click here. There you go. Right, let's flick this over. Right, you got it. You see it? Oh! You've put it in.
Yeah.
You've put it in the Twitch chat or the. Okay, I've got it. Right, pull it up.
Yeah, I put it in Twitch chat too.
Okay.
Gigantic fucking nose.
Alright, go to. Alright, I already talked about some of the timestamps with you.
Okay, tell me a bit.
Go to 850 when you kill. So
Hi,
850 game timer,
Carrot
not
_Carrot
YouTube timer.
just got home. Hope you had a great
Hi,
stream so far.
Right, okay, I'm at 850, yeah?
850 in the top right.
Okay,
when you kill Riven.
Right,
Don't take the CS off Echo.
8 minutes 15.
850. Okay, when you kill Riven in top lane. Game timer, not YouTube timer.
Oh, I can't see. It's a bit blurry. Does it not have like a higher P? Oh,
it's
no.
Still processing.
What's on YouTube?
650.
You don't want me to take this CS off Echo.
Don't take the CS off Echo, and the reason that you don't take the CS off Echo is because, okay, you just ganked top lane.
Right.
Okay. And you killed Riven.
Right.
Or Echo got the kill on Riven. Okay.
Right.
You want Echo to snowball because you are never gonna duel Ahri in mid.
Right.
So the damage.
But do I do want to help. I do want to help him shove though, right?
You want to help him shove, but just that wave. You stay for one more wave, which doesn't make any sense. Because you're wasting too much time. You need to get back onto the map. Because the longer that you're up in top lane right now, Ahri knows that she's safe. Bot knows that they have free reign. Etc. Etc.
Okay, so just go back. Just go back to where I gank Riven. You say,
Yes.
because I'm watching when you kill Riven now, and
Okay.
I shove this first minion wave in, and then I take the next minion wave. So that's wrong, is it? So
Taking the next wave is wrong. You should just already be back. In fact, like, as soon as you kill Riven, you should just red card the back wave and go into one of the brush and recall. You shouldn't even queue it. You should just let Echo get it. And the way that I talk about this is like net gain, net loss. Okay, so you gank for Echo, and he gets the kill on Riven, but then you take away from him like 150 gold of minions, right? Even though you already got the assist. Now, technically, yes, the global gold for your team remains the same, but the snowball in top lane is not as big. Right. You don't need that because your Ionian boots, you have CDR.
Yeah, you're right.
your purchases are much cheaper. You can fucking just run out onto the map with ability tomes, Aether Wisps, you know, Mana Crystal, whatever, to get your items. Echo can't do that. Echo's purchases are bigger. He's more reliant on itemization. Twisted Fate just relies on his ability to be an annoying dick.
So, every top lane I gank for from now on, I'll have to keep that in mind. So don't tax too much of their lane and just...
Don't tax too much.
Just
yeah.
Okay, and just get back as soon as I got the red card and back, and just instantly back, and just get my budget back down. Okay.
Go to 740 on YouTube.
Alright. Okay, and I'm on there now. I'm watching now.
Okay, just hit play.
Right.
Alright, so one thing you don't do enough on Twisted Fate is you don't apply enough Fog of War pressure. That's one of the more advanced tactics. It's not just about Twisted Fate, it's about other mid laners, but Twisted Fate can make use of it a little bit more. So when you shove in this wave, okay, look at Riven in top. Like, you can see on the minimap that it's unlikely that she has a ward in river. You hit tab, you see, does Lee Sin have Sightstone? Okay, then it is highly unlikely, because you know Ahri didn't ward left-hand side. You know Riven just fucking, you know, died a little bit ago, and she came back to top lane. It's highly unlikely that there's gonna be a ward around your wraiths, behind your red, or even in the tri-brush.
Right.
If you go in Fog of War, and you head top lane, there's a chance that you can kill her when someone re-arrives.
Right.
But even if you don't, she has to back up. Because she doesn't know where the fuck's Twisted Fate. You staying in mid for 300, 400 tower damage at this point in the game doesn't do anything.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Taking turrets this early isn't...
It doesn't do anything. But the Fog of War, the pressure that you can apply is so great. Because the entire fucking team is going to notice that you're missing. And, of course, this is like Diamond... What? This is Diamond 2 to, like, Master, okay? They're all fucking... They're not timing your ult. They're terrible. You know? Like... Right. They're not being like, okay, Twisted Fate's ultimate's up in this time. No, they don't. So what ends up happening is a minute later, they're like, ah, fuck, TF has ult. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or they don't think like that, in which case they're so bad they're good, and, you know, they get a solo kill.
So, I'm really bad at roaming. Be honest.
You're bad at using Fog of War, and you're bad at lane roaming, yeah. It seems.
I'm not really good at the mind games. Yeah. All because my main focus is just farm, and just always shove, you know, always just pressure. But
yeah,
I need to
use Fog of War more. Okay, if you're in a room with a zombie, okay, and the zombie's not like a normal zombie. It's like fucking 28 days later. Okay, that fucker moves fast. Okay, and you shoot it and you wound it, and then it runs somewhere else in the room. You are left wondering, where the fuck did that fucker go? Okay. But if you could consistently see the zombie, alright, if you had all the lights on and you knew where the fuck it was, you're not as afraid of it. But by going into the Fog of War, it's no longer the fucking skinny bitch that you once knew. It is instead this, like, giant fucking thing that is just gonna end your life. Alright, and that's unfortunate. So, that's the same exact thing. Twisted Fate is the zombie. Okay, if the lights are off and they see you, and then you go into the dark, they're really fucking scared. Does this analogy make sense?
No, absolutely. No, I'm with you.
Okay. And so 12:30. 12:30 in-game timer. I don't know when that is. YouTube, it's 10. This kill was really good. This is like mechanically good. Go to 10:15.
Right, okay, I'm at 10, 11, 10, 12. Just keep it. I'm at 13, 14, and 15. I'm here.
Okay. Just play it. You end up killing Ahri, and this was really good. And you are absolutely right that you could have done more here.
Yeah.
I think Tom Kench doesn't understand the champ enough. Because I think after he flashes and kills Ahri, I think he should have W'd you and then ran towards Janna, and you definitely would have got the gold card on her. So this is Tom Kench's fault. A little bit. But after you get the kill, don't chase her. Look at how many minions there are in mid lane, right? That's probably 120 gold.
Right.
The next minion wave arrives, that's about another 120 gold. That's a fucking kill right there. Don't flip coins like this. Just go back to mid lane, kill the tower. Her teammate's gonna be like, God fucking damn it, are you fucking bitch, mid tower is dead. She's gonna start raging because there's no wards, and she's farming at her tier 2 tower. She's raging. And then because she's raging, and Lee Sin's raging, alright, she's probably gonna start taking his fucking wolves or his wraiths, because, you know, Diamond 1, Diamond 2, they have no fucking idea what the hell to do. So, from that point, you get the tower. So all of a sudden, you give an assist to every member on your team, and you almost got a kill worth of gold in terms of CS gold. This is infinitely better, because if you kill Lee Sin here, what does it equate to? Nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing happens. You don't get bot tier 2. You don't get red, you don't get anything. It doesn't make any sense. It's just a coin flip. So in some days, okay, if you run this scenario 100 times, maybe 40 times you kill Lee Sin, 60 times you don't kill Lee Sin. That's not a very good coin flip. If you sit down at the poker table, don't you want to fucking have aces versus kings every time?
Right.
Of course. Like, yeah, so that's pretty much it. But this is basically the gist of everything. I mean, I have some other timestamps, but I don't know if you want to go over them. No, okay, alright, go to, at 14:30, you recall.
Right, 14:30 in the YouTube?
14:30, no, in YouTube it's 12:20. 12:20ish.
Okay, I'm around. I just recalled. Yeah, I'm running down. Okay, so I've recalled. Okay, at 12. Okay, at 12:07, I'm recalling. Yeah.
Okay, so you're leaving Fountain, and you have 160.
Oh, hold on. I'm at 12:15. Hold on. Okay, so I have 400 golds, right? 200, 150 golds. Yep, I'm running out.
150 excess. Okay.
Right.
So look at the map right now. All right. Riven is struggling to get the wave in front of her Tribrush behind her dead tier 1 tower, okay? They are struggling to have any sort of map vision, any sort of control, etc.
Okay.
A pink ward can win you the game at this point, because you know that they are literally fighting against the darkness, because that's basically what's happening. The map is getting darker and darker.
Okay.
They have vision of their wolves, their wraiths, their gromp, their blue, etc. A pink ward behind their red, a pink ward in their wraith brush, and then you sitting there and gold carding someone's face will win you the game. So TF's passive. You get free fucking gold.
Yeah,
okay?
true.
Like you get, you pass go and collect 200. Use that instead of not accelerating your power spike in the game, but
Okay.
using it as free wards.
Okay.
Okay, because if you highlight that right now, what do you probably have on it? Like 400, 500, or 600? I don't even know.
Yeah.
Depends how lucky you are, with the die roll of it. Instead of just, I mean, obviously buy an item when you need to, but if you ever find yourself leaving Fountain with like 150, even higher than that, excess gold, get 2 green wards, get a pink ward, because that vision control, when someone thinks that they're going to surprise gank you, or someone thinks that, oh, I'm just going to get a deep ward really quick, they're going to eat a fucking gold card and you're going to win a game.
Yeah. Because sometimes I'm scared to, like, if I'm behind or I'm doing okay, I'm scared to buy wards because I'm thinking I'm going to get behind. Do you ever have that feeling, or am I just being stupid?
When you're behind, I think then you have to consider, like, what do wards really benefit? Because
Right.
if you're really far behind and you're constantly just fighting underneath your tier 2 tower, tier 3 tower, top tier 2 tower, whatever, you don't really need wards as much, but pink wards will benefit you more than green wards will at that point.
And would you agree that yellow ward trinket upgrade is better than majority of them? Or what? Because I really like the yellow trinket upgrade.
I think in, like, alright, no, the yellow trinket ward upgrade is good, but like in this situation, when you're suffocating the game, you're snowballing really rapidly, I think the Oracle Lens is better.
Okay.
Because again, they can't walk into the Fog of War against a Twisted
Right.
Fate,
Okay.
All
right. So buy green wards. Okay, and then if we're really ahead, just buy the pink ward and then deny them more vision.
Yes.
And vice versa. If we're doing a bit behind or not doing as well, go for the yellow trinket upgrade.
Yes.
Okay. I remember.
Larry, last timestamp, because we already went over the Zanyas versus Deathcap. Go to
on YouTube.
1652. So on YouTube, it's gonna be 1450 or like 1445.
25. Yeah.
1445.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I am at 45 now.
Okay, so here, this is where you shove in mid,
Okay.
and then you just stay here. Okay? This goes back to the Fog of War thing that I talked about. So, at this point in the game, don't just stay in mid. Go into the Fog of War, look for somewhere to be. In some cases, you shouldn't even have come mid to shove in this wave or do anything. You could have gone top, and Echo could have gone mid. Because then if one person shows up, and Echo's in mid, and then you Destiny Gate down from top lane, it's another kill, and it's the tower. You want to be looking to create opportunities where the opponent thinks they're in a favorable position, but they're not, because they're not considering your ultimate.
Right.
So when the game reaches this point, you need to deceive them. It's just an entire deception game.
So always be like, it's sort of a majority of it when it comes down to TF or a lot of champions. It comes down to me just like mind games like, where am I? Where is he? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Think about what they're thinking. You know, like sometimes, like if you rewatch your own games or
Yeah,
something.
you're right.
Because, all right, I'm not gonna try to be rude right now, okay? But
No,
if
no,
Apto
go
or
ahead, man.
Faker only played Twisted Fate on this server, okay, they would just get to Challenger with only TF.
Right.
Okay. Now, another thing that you have to acknowledge is you're streaming, you're talking to your chat, you're doing stuff. So
Right.
your brain is using up energy. It's devoting it to
No,
other
well,
areas.
but Nick, they know
So
about
you're
it, mate.
better than what you are.
Yeah.
You're better than the rank that you are right now. Okay. But okay, this is something that I tell people a lot. Your MMR is all that ever matters. That's it. Okay. So one time you got Masters and you were concerned with getting LP and Masters and whatever. The MMR of your games was 2700, 2800. There are some Challenger players, okay, who they get MMR games 2600, 2700. Who's the better player?
Right.
The person with the better MMR. The MMR is all
course.
that matters. Challenger Master, that is because all it takes to be Challenger is consistency.
Right.
So that's your biggest issue, is you're not consistent.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay? When you can discipline yourself emotionally, when you can learn the alternative play styles to Twisted Fate, and when you discipline yourself into being consistent, you will climb. But until then, you can't beat yourself up so much over being, Diamond 2 Master, etc.
Okay.
If your MMR is high, that's all that really matters.
Okay, you're right.
Because then all it takes is being consistent.
And as
You know?
for you saying my viewers, I'm talking, but like literally, I'm about to go into like hibernation mode and full focus, dude. Like in the next the next week or two, like to gain LP. So they're all gonna understand that. So because right now I'd rather they know that right now I'd rather go with focusing on getting LP rather than trying to be entertaining. And it comes out naturally.
Right.
And then do the Q&As afterwards, after we've kicked ass and that. Because I don't want to be known as a clown, because a lot of people take a piss out of me, take a laugh. I know this is completely different, but like I want to be known as the guy that's actually fairly good, decent at the game. And I do appreciate your time today, by the way.
No, absolutely.
And if you do want me to pay you, by the way, I saw something.
No, I don't need payment. I don't need payment.
Okay.
It's okay. It's alright.
And
Just,
at least everybody else that wants to know, but it's LS Coach. You do coaching, don't you, via website or something? LS Coach.
I don't coach right now. I don't coach the public right now.
Okay. But now you guys have
that's
heard his
fine.
name. That's all right. Is there anything else you want to go over, by the way? Because you've put me in a really good mindset, dude. Like even just talking about the items, the hourglass, about the pressure, whole thing, about the whole where is he sort of thing, the vision, the wards. I won't lie to you. Ask my viewers. I don't rarely buy green wards, or just I might buy a pink ward every now and then if I feel a bit rich. Yeah.
Yeah, just get, words more. If you want me to stop in, like, randomly and watch a game with you in the future.
And if you want to have a word with me, just tweet at me and I'll stop where I'm doing and have a talk with you after the game. I will know because everyone will be spamming LS Coach, LS Coach, LS Coach. Won't you guys? They do that a lot. Right. Okay. And is that everything? I just have to. I'm in a really good mindset to play, dude. But what I'm going to do, what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to go off for a bit, stream for a bit, give myself. Keep it in mind, and then tomorrow on the stream, wake up tomorrow, and then there'll be a new me. That's it.
Yeah. All right. Last recommendation.
And keep being like, no matter how many losses I get, just keep being persistent, and I will grow. I will keep going.
Yes.
Yeah. Because you can recognise, you do see. Be honest with me. Do you see? I've got potential to become a better player. That's what you look at.
Mechanically, during team fights and 2v2s and 3v3s, right. From what I've watched you in the past, you tend to outplay other people at your MMR bracket.
Right.
But you can be the best mechanical player in the world and lose to someone that has better technique.
Right. That's exactly
it's sort of like when an MMA fighter or something fights a guy that is 3 times his size. It doesn't matter.
Right.
Technique beats power.
Okay.
Always.
I'm with you.
Okay. Anyway, last recommendation I guess I would give to you is like even if you stream it or something, I mean you can take objective opinion. Watch replays of Apto and just ask yourself, what would I do in this situation? What does he do? And just see the end result. It's there might be cases where you would actually do something that is better than him, and again that goes down to the consistency. But it's all about opening up your mind.
Right. I'm with you.
So okay, man. All right.
Thank you
I wish
so
you
much,
luck
Nick.
and stuff.
Thank you, guys. That was LS Coach. You can follow him on Twitter. Just YouTube. Google his Twitter. He's over there. And watch out for him on YouTube. Thank you so much, Nick.
All right, man. Later.
I'll make you proud, buddy.
See you. Bye.
Right, mate. Well, with that said, I'm gonna I'm really feeling pumped. Right, lads, listen, I am going to jump off and I'm going to play again tomorrow on stream and I'm going to play again tonight. Lads, if you guys are new here, if you enjoyed today's